Hello, pile number 3. It has taken me a hot minute to get into your energy. Why are you the dark horse? I feel like there might be a connection to pile 1. There might be like a string. I feel like it's like a timeline change because you're all dark horses in your own way, but this is definitely a pile that's just more like underground, understated, misunderstood, underestimated. I'm getting all these undertones. And it's like kind of like seeing this, you picked pile number 3, which would be the amethyst. You wouldn't know that because I didn't do a pile selection because it is what it is. But not just in my mind's eye. I did have them set out. I just forgot to do that in the beginning, and I don't feel like stitching this. Not even feel like it. I am unable to. Another tongue stick out without something on my tongue. Like, yeah, there's all of this. How are you the dark horse? Well, first of all, you look like mud on the outside, and people don't realize, right? This is the amethyst. They've got this beautiful geode, sparkling, gorgeous amethyst. And I wasn't into crystals, and I wasn't into them. It just wasn't. I didn't get into this for any of the things. I had to get into crystals out of necessity, and amethyst is it's a really it's a beautiful thing. I wish I could live like in an amethyst cave and life would be lovely. That being said, we're getting into the channeling here, and like it's like everything that because I had all of these ideas about you and they've just dropped away. You're just very simple, and I'm not saying like simple-minded, but simplistic, and I'm getting all of the butterflies in here. You're very transformational. You may have that chaos, witch type of energy or something, that catalyst energy, but there's something about it that I'm getting like, instead of like, like there's a tumbling, you're very, oh, this was not what I expected. Because you are this huge, like, okay, it's understated. Dark horse, right? You're so understated. That's what it is. Because when we think about horse and then we think about dark, it's kind of like this undertone, not like the white horse or the light horse, but the dark horse. It's like what you don't see. Yeah, this is what you embody. And now I'm getting like all of these black and white images, like the Jekyll and the Hyde, and like I've been called to use these cards this entire time and I haven't picked them up once. I haven't needed to, right? But here I feel like it. It's like, just what do I we're trying to just tap into pile 3's energy here. What is the dichotomy? Okay, cheetah, there's fire. I'm gonna call it like ice, which I think, oh my goodness, how interesting. Earthworm, yeah, always willing to absorb new things, not even just would learn new things, but the earthworm, it's whatever earth it's in, whatever place it's in, it's going to, like, it doesn't have like an outer shell or anything like that, or a pipe or something to keep it from its outer. It's going to absorb whatever is around it, right? So you're willing to do that, but you're also willing, it's like, should I stay or should I go now? You got the mouse, and I'm willing to learn all the things and learn all the details, but if I gotta go, I gotta go. That's your dichotomy. The dark horse, people don't realize, first of all, how much you I'm like totally different reading right here. It's all very kinetic. Like, now we need to get into the cards, and now I need to talk to you about the rock, and I'm like, the charms are like, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Yeah, there's this, like, you get so much information. That's what it is. People don't realize how much information. It's similar to pile 2, but similar, like pile 2 is like purposely cloaking how much they absorb and how much they take in. Pile number 3, you just get it, and I don't even think or maybe you're starting to realize, like, this isn't something that other people have. Like, this isn't a skill. Like, you might just be coming into the realization that this might be like you might be into, not just intuitive, but like actually psychic. And like, what does that mean? People don't realize, they're like, oh, just psychic and ESP and talking to dead people. Well, mediumship is a whole different story versus like there are 5 clairs. There's actually, I think, like over 8 or something like that if you really get into like the nose, all the olfactory type of stuff. But there are 5 specific clairs that you just might really fall into. And there's nothing wrong with like checking them out. Like I definitely feel I'm talking to a very, very intuitive pile here. Stuck in the middle, like maybe you're afraid. It's like, oh, I'm tapping into something like there's a dark, you might be a dark horse that doesn't know that you're a dark horse. This might be the like, oh my gosh, like the beginning of the like, oh wow, yeah, with Froggy on here in the bottom, like I absorb everybody's energy. I'm very, very with dolphin spirit, water. It's all of this water. It's all of this leeching. It's all of this, yeah, but we still have this observation. But then I have like, I'm starting to get into like lion in reverse here. You've been around a lot of people. I think you're starting to realize how empathic you are. I think you're starting to realize how much of people's thoughts you're absorbing. I think you're starting to realize like the fact that you can think around corners. I think you're starting to realize that you're picking up on the actions, inflections, and actual mannerisms of the people that you spend very little time with you. I think you're really starting to realize that if you brush up against something, you're going to take it on. And now you're realizing, like, how do I get away? Or how can I control it? Or how can I monetize it? How can I manage? How can I manage self-mastery? I think you're starting to realize what's yours and what's not. Really, really big deal here. Beautiful. Yeah, that's the side message. That's I'm like the universe, like, okay, we're done with this deck. Okay, we're good. All right. And they went like I changed everything. You have changed. Yeah, I'm talking to a pilot has changed everything, including the order, including like screw it, super loud. I've got charms. I thought they were like really, and like I love them so much. I love having things that are tactile. You might be starting to fall in love. You might start like really getting into those, like going down the YouTube rabbit hole where you're just like loving the like I romanticizing my life and like cottage core and all of this just like comfort. And you know what it's called? You're like, oh, it may be mermaid core because I love the water. No, it's called reparenting yourself. It's called nurturing yourself. It's like figuring out what the hell you like, and you feel like you have to put a label on it, but there is no label. It's just like I feel good by the water. You don't have to have a scales and a flexible mermaid tail flapping in the wind on Instagram to just enjoy the seaside. That's for somebody out there. Sorry. When do I ever apologize on here? Every once in a while, I'm like I am. You are my last pile, and I am tapping out. This has been an energy all day long. No, I cannot do this 3 hours in a row. Now I understand like the hands and all that other stuff. But that being said, sometimes I just want to see you. I just want to look at you face to face. Even though I'm supposed to be looking at the camera, I'm looking at my own face. So maybe I'm just super like narcissist in the pond, falling in love with myself. But like, no, I just like, I kind of space out. Honestly, like I get into the like peripheral vision. If you want to know some real, I can see things in the back of my head probably because I have a camera on me. But when I'm spaced out, when my eyes are unfocused, if I'm focused on something, obviously my eyes are. But yeah, no, there's so much we're going to get into on this channel, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm not going to throw it out there because it's just not time yet. But I'm very excited about the trajectory of this channel and your progression with me, myself, and I, and all of the things that are just moving forward. I'm very appreciative, if you're still here with me, of your energy and your time and your love and your watch time hours, woo woo, and your likes and subscribes and the help in the algorithm. All right, let's get into it. There's very something stabilizing about your energy. Yeah, just like that. It's like hot chocolate. It's like, oh, so specific. This is going to be very specific for somebody. It's like it's the feeling after you've decorated the Christmas tree, regardless of whether you do it the day after Thanksgiving or the day or the morning of Christmas or even the evening of. And it's like you flip the lights on and everybody leans back, and it's like, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's just like complete. There is a completion And so like, what makes you a dark horse? Oh, okay, there it is. I'm getting this, like, I did the race. I did the marriage. I did the hard stuff. I did the children. I did the things. I did the illness. I did the cancer, the heartache, the loss, the death, the grief. I've done it. It doesn't go away. I'm straight channeling right now. It doesn't go away. What do I do now? Dark horse. You know why you're a dark horse? Because nobody knows where you're at right now. You are so used to being so strong. Yeah, you've gotten through so many things. Pardon me. So much of a big burp there, right? So much of a release of negative energy. I feel like it's like, regardless of your situation, it's like, I feel like this is what people go through with emptiness syndrome. And I'm just really, really drawn to this turtle, and now I'm really drawn to somebody that specifically that might be watching me that like is drawn to turtles. But I feel like there's this, you're a dark horse because you don't forget the past, right? You understand like the flow. Like, I'm getting like Akashic records. Like, this is super Piscean, watery, Cancerian moon. Like, there's this, I'm getting like jellyfish and like electrodes, and there's this, I'm getting Avatar, James Cameron. I didn't even realize there was a new one, and I just saw those the other day. And I'm getting that tail again that we had another time in another channeling, where it was like the tails were like connecting, and then the tree was lighting up, and like, yeah, there's this gathering, there's this connection. We've been talking about these waves of the volunteers, and if you haven't looked into Dolores Cannon again, it's just something I've touched on, but something that really resonated in pile 3. There's something here with this dark horse. Like, I don't think it's like this, like you come into like people's life and you're like, ha, like Panther spirit, right? I feel like you are, I feel like you're like a dark horse unbeknownst to yourself. I feel like you come up on the beaches. I'm getting this image of like, you keep getting this water imagery, but like a beach that's like this golden brown, and then there's this black sand, because there are black sand beaches, and I feel like there's black sand, and then it goes, and then there's these striations, kind of like the striations of these cards here, right? Of the, like, it's not enmeshment, it's integrate you. It's not tentacles. I'm like you. There's this interwoven, but like you give as much as, yeah, there's this symbiotic. It's like, if people come at you, then you retreat or you bring it back or whatever. There's this very tactile, you must be very sentient. You dance, you energetically, like, you can go into your room and you probably feel like you're doing like the bachata, the salsa, or the whatever it is with people, and people are like, where did she go, and this and the end, they feel the push pull, and like you see it, you're like a person that smells colors or something like that. There's something here where like your wires is super neurodivergent. Like, it's not that your wires cross, in fact they're beautifully, but it's like you might, again, like feel people's, not feel, that would be, but it's like, here I dated a guy that he felt audio, right? And then when we like did the weird attunement thing, which I didn't even think could happen, I could, okay, yeah, no, he felt sound in his body. That's what it is. So like a high, like everything, and like we can feel that if we are neurodivergent, or on the spectrum, and as all of these things, right? Central nervous system management, huge deal. I feel like you're a person, I got into your energy, and I literally, I fed myself, I hydrated myself, I made sure I had something that was quite delicious. I had a little snack dessert. Like, the self-care, this is why you're a dark horse, because you're not caring about being anybody else's horse. You're not caring about coming in and being something different or whatever. You're just like, I am who I am. Yeah, like, because dark horse gives you that, like, how are you like infiltrating the system? And you're like, I'm not. I'm just buffering up my system. I don't know what's going to come at me. All I know is that I am batting down the fortress. Like, you are spending the money to, and I say the money, like the energetic money, it's almost like Reddit or something, like where you're like incurring karma. Like that, I love that they use that word, but still, it's like the self karma to yourself. You're under the you're okay. And now I'm getting like this Loch Ness monster energy, like coming through. Like people can see your energy, and then you go below the surface, and then you come up, and people like, there's a sighting. Yeah, no, dark horse. You're a dark horse because you move in silence. You know the benefit. You understand how many people are trying to simulate, recycle, penetrate, entice all of these people that are reaching for some reason for your energy, right? And honestly, if they saw themselves, it would be embarrassing if they saw themselves the way other people, like I know I don't mean to, because fully understand that there are people that cannot stand me that are watching this, but I am not here to spare your feelings. If you come with me at hate on my channel, I don't come back at you with hate. I will just mirror back to you what I mirrored back to you in the first place, which you didn't like. So if you don't like it, you can take that energy off of my channel, or you can risk being bound. And that's no fun, right? So there's that, if you made it this far into this pile, because I definitely feel that and pile number 3, I definitely feel that you fully understand where you stand in people. Yeah, I feel like you fully understand that as soon as you step into somebody's energy. I think that you allow people, again, there's a little bit of that pile number 2. You allow people to do, but like you're not just playing dumb. Like I feel like you're a management. Yeah, I feel like you're like an HR manager of like emotional EQ, and people just you know I think there are a lot of people in your life that have not come against the type of manipulative mofos that you've had in your life, and so they feel like they're like the big dog on campus, like the big manipulator, like the big like surprise, the one that's gonna like take the rug out from underneath you. And maybe every once in a while they might, or that you allow it, or whatever it is. But I definitely feel like people don't understand it because they never got to know you. A person that gets into this energy never asked you a question about your parents or your childhood or your marriage or your relationships or anything like that. And they may have no idea that the person they're showing up as on day 1 is the person that you had to learn a lesson from on day 577, and they carry the same energy as that person on 577 as they do on day 3. And you know to keep your distance and to keep your eye out on them, and this whole time they think that they're playing something on you. And I honestly feel like you're kind of one of those people, such as myself, where you're just like, I see this and I'm picking up on this and this, that, and the other. And people are just like, they not only try and gaslight you, or they realize if they can't gaslight you physically, they do it in their head. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking. People are so unwilling to accept the truth about themselves and like how they present and how they show up. And that maybe they're not the only person in the world that has encountered or been a manipulator, right? Manipulating the manipulators. I don't think that, I used to think I did. I used to lay down and put my belly up and say, I'm not going to go down to your level. I'm just going to let you manipulate me. And then I'm going to let you eviscerate me. And then I'll turn on you and like, wah, 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 and be like the martyr. Fuck that. You show me who you are, I won't show you who I am. You, with your own behavior, unlocked and unleashed that side of me. your aggression and cockiness and conceitedness and wounding and hurting has allowed me to become stronger and stronger in this ability to discern, relate. Oh, like Whitney, discern, relate, release. Something along those lines, right? But like the people that now are trying to take something from me, I just go ahead and I get my flowers as well. There's no sense in cutting off my nose to spite my face. My face is an asset. And I'm no longer going to let anybody gaslight me into thinking otherwise. In fact, I've had people accuse me my entire adult life and childhood, considering like I grew up with a mother that just was like, you, right? Everybody's got to put you down just in case you don't get a big head. Well, you know what? My head is full and I like it. And I'm going to go monetize it. Hello, channeling for pile 3. I'm like, where are we at? Let's get into your cards. Yeah. This is sexy time. I am a big fan of pile number 3. I'm like, all right. I'm like, because I feel like I'm channeling like, I feel like what are they? The Gen Xers, the Gen Zers? I don't know what they are. They're 20 years younger than me, and I like them. I like all the studs on the faces and all of the like, and I'm a demi and I'm a sexual sapio and bi and pan and all of them. Like pan, bread. I'm a bread sexual. Yes. Bring me bread. I will eat it and I will love you. Oh, pile 3. You are letting go of so many things right now. You have decided this is a I was going to say workshopaholic. That's interesting. Why would it say workshopaholic? Why would I say it? I feel like there's an interjection. Oh, there it is. I think you used to be a know-it-all. Yeah, no, I feel like you kind of might have turned people off by like always interjecting with like I think, I'm like, was it? No, it's just defense. I don't think it was but I don't think people knew, and I don't think you knew. Yeah, I think you definitely grew up in a household where like you had to use everything to your advantage. Like everything around you had to be a weapon. No matter how much you wanted to get to know somebody or this, that, and the other, like you tuck things away because people use things, information, all that other around you, right, against you. I could totally feel like let's do face to face. We're gonna like jump into this pile. I feel like I need to go. Oh my gosh, the seed. Yeah. Here we go. So people, I'm like, no, I need to see the rest of the cards because this is what people, the impression they get of you. Oh my gosh, the seed with Mother Mary and the Knight of Cups. Oh yeah, they think you're a total pushover, and you might be. But you know, love and peace and the seed, like something's gonna start, something's gonna sprout. There's all this like water energy and like garden energy and like, oh yeah, people think that's something you're gonna grow. But I'm getting this like you're gonna grow their garden, and now I'm getting like all of this like energy. It's like people look at you and they see what you've got going on with you. Yeah, no, I'm definitely getting like looking at your garden and assessing it. That's what people do. Yeah, no. How are you a dark horse? Because I think you allow it. I think you may even play it up a little. It's not like I'm hiding it away and I'm going to keep it a secret. It's more of like, well, you can see me any way you want me to. It doesn't mean that that's what I am, but like, go for it. Go ahead and project yourself onto me. Mm. You're like, pinkies up, bitches. I love it. Mm-hmm. I'm meaning like thick, rich, brothy, bitter. You might be like, I'm getting like fine white blue cheese. Like you are an acquired taste, pile 3. Super sexy. Oh yeah. Why? Oh, and then getting to see. Oh, that's so interesting. And the Sylvania, oh, so interesting. Such a, this is how they see you. And yeah, I'm getting like Jekyll and Hyde, total Jekyll and Hyde energy. Yeah, with the sacrifice and the corn. Yeah, it's too ripe here. I know the true straight. You might have like, I was gonna say severe, significant Sagittarius energy. Pardon me. Excuse me. Oop, sorry. Time, prosperity, and dynamic. Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's this layer. People see you in layers. People are like peeling off the layers of you, and they have no idea. First of all, you got this Mother Mary, this seed, this Knight of Cups, this sweet love energy, and then you're like, but if it doesn't work out, I'm out. I will take a toothpick and a marble, put it on my shoulder, and walk off a cliff to get away from this, because this is Sylvania. So this is like you thought that I haven't gone through anything. You thought that I haven't people trying to press me. You thought that I haven't worn a mask. You thought that I haven't been through the darkness. You thought that I haven't carried my own torch and come back. You thought that I haven't had people trying to freaking attack me and cut my jugular coming out of the shadows. What you thought, yeah, you have no idea. And by the way, like, I'm not going to even give you anything in between. I'm the straight arrow, again, the Sagittarian energy, all of this like thin arrow of truth. Like, let's get why? Because we got this corn. We got the corn card over here. And the corn, look at this batch of corn. Like, is this the corn? Like, you're like, we better go get that corn because it's about to rot, right? This corn is about to die. Something is overripe. When you see things that are overripe, you plant a seed, and then as soon as it blossoms, you're like, there's one good piece over here. I'm going to go get that kernel. I'm going to keep those seeds, and I'm going to go plant my seeds somewhere else. And also getting somebody like torching. We got this a couple of messages ago, like torching, like when you do like a controlled burn on the land. Yeah, definitely. And you're like, yeah, I know I'm willing to give it away. Look at this, the corn, the arrow. Like, I know my straight truth. This is where I'm at. This has gotten too much. I'm going to go. I know exactly where I need to be. I am willing to do the giveaway. I'm willing to sacrifice something, and it's not going to be me. You spent your time there, right? We've got the time message, and like literally the time card is like, your dark horse energy is like, you're willing to plant this seed. You're willing to nurture it with this Mother Mary energy. You're willing to, and then I get the King of the Knight of Cups that goes up forward, and then you turn that cup over. You're like, I'm no longer, when it is done, when it is over with, I am not willing to replant the seed. I am not willing to toil this up. I am not willing to plow this field again. I am not willing to go through another season with your behind. Why? Because prosperity, I know my truth. I know what my seed brings. I know what my arrow of truth brings. I know what you bring. Right? You're bringing the fuckery. Well, I'm not going to bring the fuckery back. Like, I used to be the person, you bring fuckery, I'm going to bring the fuckery out. I'm just going to take the skin off my chinny chin chin and walk off. Somebody just said that to me, and I can feel it. It's just like, I will take a whisker. I will take I'm watching this thing on HBO, and it's like, I will take the jerky for 3 days and I'm out. I will give it away. Why? Because I know dynamic. There is something ahead of me that is much stronger. A triangle. Actually, I didn't even know it was stronger than 4 corners. Like, having a stool with a 3 corners is stronger than having one with 4, right? You know that even taking off that 4th leg, that you're going to be stronger than ever. It may be reduced. You may lose some square footage. You may lose whatever it is, but you know, in the end run, you're going to have like a Sphinx, right? The pyramids, what lasted? Not buildings in Europe, but the Sphinx, the freaking pyramids, the things that were built and made to last, prosperity. You are willing to walk away from things that are just and it's just a known fact. I want to get some, did we even get any charms in this? I don't think we did. We're going to do it now. And if we did, we're just going to go ahead and roll back on it. I think again, there's this reversal energy here. I apologize if it's loud, but if you're here, you're here. I knew it was gonna come out. I get it. You might be into the red wings. I kind of like, I love like anything with wings, but I'm getting like this like taking flight. Oh my gosh, with the bicycle. Oh, and the fleur de lis. And then what is this? What does it say? Santerio 7607. Is that? Oh, it's Hello Kitty. Okay, I am getting some travel vibes off of this. I'm also getting this, like you might have like a Creole based background or whatever, but this is also just like, I'm getting like this patriot, like there's something, yeah, like I'm getting like a, when they have a shield, like the family crest, there's something here, there's something with flight and that you're going to move forward to, and this Hello Kitty, like, yeah, no, okay, what I'm getting here, prosperity with dynamic, there's something here coming up that's like you're moving very quickly towards, that's going to take flight. It's very I want to say cute, but not cute like in a like cutesy way. It's very close to your heart and close to your family. There's something here with the family crest. It's like taking on the family's something or other. There's I'm getting heirloom energy. Let's get a couple more. Like I feel like I want to get a couple more. Your unlocking key, transformation. I feel like this is like everybody else's energy. Yeah, I feel like, oh, people want to like, oh, yeah, there's definitely like an intimidation factor with this like swan, with the bigger swan and the little swan. It's like people feel, but they feel like you're an anchor, and like you flip from like, there's so many things that you know about that people are really interested. Yeah, they want to learn from you with this apple here, and they definitely feel like you're the key, like you're unlocking something in people's life. I think it is this transformation, and realizing maybe that the people around them that aren't giving them like enough information or enough like push, it's like that Six of Pentacles. Are you getting, it's not like, oh, it might not be money, but it might be like, you make me sandwiches and I give you lunch money, something along those lines. People are realizing no matter what it is, they're not getting enough, and like you are steering the ship, you're going in the right place, like what's right. Like this is the biggest thing. I'd hear this in the transformation. I think you put people, I think, yeah, with this unlocking of the key, I definitely feel like you are a person that like triggers people's spiritual awakenings. And it's just shocking. Like, and I think it's happening a lot faster. I think things are just going faster. I feel like I'm spitting here. And like once Mercury starts going forward and like all of the planets, like things are going to speed up for a lot of people. But I definitely feel that like people realize that you are anchored, that you're emotionally like you are like, you're not just like this little butterfly, you have taken flight. You are a person that knows what to take, what to not take, how to learn, how to teach yourself, how to unlock things for yourself. You're not looking for other people, you're not interested. And like, even though you might say you may want a mentor or whatever, like you're not looking to other people, like literal. And I don't, it's not like I'm not looking for outward validation. You're just like, again, like I say, like my spirit team, the universe is my sugar daddy, and that's how you roll. It's beautiful. Pile number 3. Wah, wah, wah. Thank you for letting me in your energy. I'm gonna tap that mic just to piss somebody off. Oh yeah, I got anchor. I thought that was the fleur de lis, but I also got anchor. Yeah, there's this. You might have significant. I was gonna say earth energies, but they say masculine traits. You might switch. That's going to be coming up soon. Thank you so much, pile number 3. Thank you so much for letting me into your energy. It's been a wonderful reading, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.